How's it going, everybody? It is Saiyan Prince back again with another video. In today's video, I actually wanted to showcase the new Cocoon 2.1 beta update. So I woke up this morning and saw that there was a new update for Cocoon. So I'm going to go ahead and install it with you guys for the first time here. This is going to be my first time as well. So this is going to be a quick and dirty showcase of Cocoon, the new features that they've added, and how to install it. So if you like this kind of content, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's go through it together. Okay, so to start off, I do have Cocoon in my Obtainium. So I have added Cocoon to Obtainium here. And if you haven't added it to Obtainium, you can also go to their GitHub. I will leave a link in the description. And as you can see, I do have an update for Cocoon here. And so again, guys, I'm going to be doing this for the first time with you guys. I'm not going to do a bunch of editing. I wanted to get this out to y'all as soon as possible. So it looks like the latest is the beta 2.01. And I'm going to go ahead and hit update. I do want to update. And I'm not sure how it's going to react with Cocoon already being open, but we will figure it out together. Okay, let's see if that did it, or if I need to restart. Okay, so it seems to have been updated. Now, I did have the changelog in the patch notes. I did notice that some of the changes were like if you hit start, it takes you into your settings, which is pretty cool. So we will actually go through the changelog together and see what all is new with the new 2.1 update. All right, so it looks like the first change is they say here on their patch notes, pre-release patch notes, that there's a zero-weight experience that uses the ESDE as a source for the art and the metadata. They're saying that there's no copying, there's no weighting. Cocoon will use the folder directly from ESDE, and any changes that will be loaded as a priority from your Cocoon folder. They're also mentioning that you can enjoy a seamless and instant experience between the two with no overlap, so that's pretty cool. I've already set up ESDE, so I can just see if anything changes when I do that. Let's go ahead and find, I guess it's going to be under here we go, library and data. And I'm already seeing some cool new features here. So here we go, ESDE integration. Let's see if we can break something. So I will select my ESDE folder. So let's do that here. And I have my ESDE just on the internal storage. There we go. And we will just let it use the main folder and see if that works. And then it looks like we've got media type mappings. So for the icon or box art, it's set to covers. You can have it set to marquees or title screens. Ooh, videos, that's nice. 3D boxes, that's pretty cool. Okay, I think for the icon, I'm going to leave it at covers. For the hero and fan art, probably leave that the same as well. I could imagine a lot of people are going to use videos or title screens, maybe screenshots, but that's pretty cool. That's a new addition. You can have it all sorted out here through ESDE, and then looks like the same options for the marquees. That's really nice to be able to have these different options now. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I like that. And then it looks like you can save the configuration and link ESDE art to all games with missing media. Let's see here. And I won't keep you guys waiting here, depending on if this is a... oh, it seems to be pretty quick. Wow, okay. Yeah, so it didn't need to do anything because I had already linked it, so... All right, and it looks like there's a quick unlink feature as well. That's really nice. That's going to be super nice for a lot of people. That is awesome. I love that. Okay, checking out the next one. They're also mentioning that there's some audio fixes in the beta 2.01. It says now the audio is completely tied to the top screen and is much more stable. Apparently people were having issues with it waking up in the middle of the night and then having the Cocoon music play. I never had that personally, but yeah, I guess that's cool. If that was a thing and they fixed it, that's awesome. So kudos to them on that. It looks like the next change, and this is a big one. So in the last version, in the 2.00 version, you had to come to a blank spot here to access your settings. Not a huge deal, right? Not a huge deal, but a little bit inconvenient. And now they say that if you want to access the settings, you simply can just press the start button, and it does work. So that's super nice. I love that because the AYN Thor is a controller, so that is awesome. I love that feature, love that change. Awesome. It looks like there is also now some retro achievements hashing, so you can successfully hash your RVZ and CHD files. If I'm not mistaken, the RVZ file type is for like GameCube games, so I don't have very many of those, but I can try it here. Let's see, we're gonna hit start, and then let's see if I can find hashing. So scrape, there we go. Okay, so I do have hashing already on, so I wonder if I start one of my GameCube games, which I believe are RVZs. Let's check it out. Okay, yeah, so achievements, they did load. I don't have any for this particular game, but yeah, that seems to be working. So great, that's awesome. So it's another good change. I didn't realize that they didn't even have achievements for the RVZs, but apparently they do have hashing for them now, which is great that it can recognize them. So it's another good change. All right, I love it. So far, so good. Okay, let's see here. It says here in the next change that there is smart folder subfolders now. So they say that games in subfolders are now sorted automatically into smart folder subfolders. So apparently there's a lot more organization. I'm not sure that that I have any subfolders in my ROMs folders, but they said that you can add more icons and folder colors and all of this. It's all customizable. So if you guys have any subfolders, like you have maybe a Game Boy Color folder where you have your ROMs, but then you have a subfolder of maybe like just Pokemon games, right? Then maybe you can, at that point, make your own folder or collection. So I have seen that type of feature with other front ends, so that's pretty cool. I may end up doing that. I may end up setting my file structure, because currently what I've got here, and I'll just show you guys. So if you go to my SD card and then you come down to my ROMs, you can see that I have a single folder for all of my different game consoles. And then you would just go into here, and then these are all the games that I have here. So essentially what you could do is create a subfolder in here and just have a collection and then use that folder as a reference point. So I may do that in another video or set that up before my next video, but that is pretty cool that they allow for that type of customization now. So that's pretty awesome. I love to see it. Okay, it looks like they also got a new sorting mode. Let me see here. So it says now you can sort your folders and smart folders alphabetically or by recently played, time played, or date added. So you can also set a default in settings in the library and data. So let's check that out. So if I was to go into folder, let's see, default and settings. Like I said, guys, I'm right here with you. We are right here together for the first time, so we're going to figure it out together. I do like to sort mine by either most played or recently played. So let's do most played. Maybe I have to save it. Recently played. Okay, I'm not sure if that is working. Oh, it does. Okay, so it just didn't update the icon up here when I did it. So I selected it as you saw there, like most played, and then it stayed where it was at. And then I just came over here, and then it did actually update it. So okay, so that is working. But like I said, guys, this is in beta. So there's probably going to be a few bugs, a few little things, little hiccups here and there, but the Cocoon Discord is extremely active and they are always working on fixes, bug fixes and the like. Yeah, and so it's showing my most played. Yep. Okay. That's great. Wow, yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Well, that's really cool. I love that. That's a nice feature. That way you won't have to scroll through. And I mean, you can change the size of your icons here, with the clicking the left stick. But it can be kind of a drag if you're only playing a couple of games at a time and you just want to quickly get back into your game. And it seems like they have added a bunch of features with the subfolder customization and the sorting features. So that's really, really nice. So I'm definitely going to leave that at either most played or set it to recently played. I love that change. That's fantastic. Okay, so going into the next change that they have listed here, it looks like you can also, whoa, this is a big one. Okay, so you can change it into list view for your folders. So now you can view your folders and smart folders in a list view for that classic front end feel with a fresh coat of paint. That is great. Okay, so where do I find that setting at? Because I want to check that out. Let's see. Let's open it and try and do it here. Oh, there's a little button here. Ah, okay. Well, that's how you do it. See, guys, we're doing this together. We're figuring it out together. Okay. So, yeah, that's how you do it. You just hit the little icon when you're in your folder. And in the README, it doesn't really tell you that. But, yeah, that's how you do it. You hit the little icon, and it will go. I really like the list view. I wonder if I can change the size of it. So you can't change the size of it. Not with the typical hotkey, at least. But I love that. Wow. That is super nice. And it looks like you can also change the sorting from inside the folder as well. So that's really nice too. You don't actually have to go into the settings. So that's great. So recent. Yeah, that's fantastic. These are definitely the games I've played recently. That is awesome. Okay. Wow, that's great. Okay, it looks like they added a few small changes as well here. It looks like they said you can now toggle the battery percentage under the settings and appearance tab. So let's go into settings the new way with start and appearance. And I saw it earlier here at the bottom. Okay, I toggled it on, but it didn't change, so it may be one of those things where I have to... Let's see if it actually... Okay, so it didn't set, so let's try again. Okay, so I've definitely clicked it. And the battery percentage is not showing. So if you guys know of a way to get that to work, let me know, because it looks like that feature is not fully implemented, contrary to what the README says here. And there's likely a frequently asked questions section on their Discord, and I can almost guarantee that that's been brought up already. So, well, guys, that's pretty much it. I think that those are some of the biggest changes with the Cocoon Beta 2.01 pre-release. So if you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more content like this, leave a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, later.